What's up guys, it's Ollie again. Welcome back to another video. Doing an auxiliary belt and tensioner on a 1160 N47 engine today. Real quick one, if you like what you see, drop us a comment, drop us a subscribe and give us a like and click the notification bell. And yeah, let's grab a brew and crack on. Right, so we're just taking a little acoustic cover, which that's what it's called, I'm pretty sure. T20 in it, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once that's off, it gives you more space to work, just down here. And then next it's the engine cover, that's next off. Just move it around. So I don't find a good position. Is it? So we've just got to take the tensioner off. 16mm socket just down here. Just releasing the tension on the belt. And off it comes. Just make sure that you take note of the orientation of the belts. The best thing to do is to draw a picture showing you where the pulleys are, and then obviously that means you don't forget when you pop it back on again. So you can see there it's got a few nicks in it, but obviously as we're taking off the tensioner, as it's squeaking, or possibly the idler pulley, we don't know yet. Obviously we may as well change that while we're here. I don't know if you can hear that. That's probably the cause of our noise. Tensioner bearings are probably a bit shot now, so the spring itself might be getting a bit worn as well, which can cause obviously some slip. Right, so next we'll move around, try and get a better look. Gonna have to go free-handed here, I reckon. Now you've got to take the cap off so you can get that guide off, and then you can obviously go to the tensioner below. There you can see that just down there, and then the guide's just up here.
It's not recommended that you drop it.
don't drop it. So there's the cap just there.
Be sure. Take that in.
So T50 on the tensioner below to get that off. Obviously quite tight, looking at that.
I'm gonna go get something bigger.
So yeah, this one, I don't know if you can see, just down here, just there, that's the bolt we're trying to get off. Yeah, gonna need a bit more persuasion on that one. There you go, that's cracked. Hopefully not rounded off, mate.
Never.
So this is pulling out the whole assembly currently. And out that comes. I'll wiggle this out. So obviously if any of you guys got a N47 engine, sort of around 10 years old, 12 years old, obviously check this. This has done, I think, 160 odd thousand miles, this vehicle. So, and there you go, there's your new fresh tensioner. So
Right, so the tensioner pin there So if you wanted to lock it in place,
we can do that with that. Yeah.
And then there's a locating pin on the back. So when it goes in, you want to make sure that that lines up.
So what we're doing currently now is just, we've only got the tensioner and not the actual idler pulley. So we're hopefully going to fix the issue with this, but obviously if we need a idler pulley we have to go and run and get one. But fingers crossed. The idler pulley wasn't that bad, was it, Johnny?
Yeah.
No, so we should be alright. So it's basically you've got to locate the pin into the block. That's what we're doing right now. Once it's in location, just slide the bolt back in and then do that up with that T50. Alright, so once that's screwed in, and so only alley bolts, so you don't need them to be crazy tight, just enough. Apologise there guys, so T50s across the board. Obviously the other one was a bit loose, wasn't it, mate? Yes, so just be careful you don't cross thread anything there. It is all alley, so just be careful, make sure it goes in nice and straight. So obviously I didn't actually take any film of the vehicle running beforehand, but at idle you were getting quite a substantial chirp from the front of the car. Obviously you could hear it everywhere, but obviously it's coming from the engine and from the centre, so sort of had a good idea what it was. But yeah, just really take the belt off and just check every single you know, pulley for any play, any sort of grumbling, and that normally will sort of guide you to the right direction. So they sound to me all right, don't they? Mm. So yeah, so there you have it. There's the pulleys installed, the tensioner installed. So it's just a case now of popping that belt back on. So yeah, just guys, obviously just Johnny mentioned there, if you got a hydraulic power steering, like for instance my 5 Series would have that. This pulley down here is like I suppose like a blank pulley. This will actually be a pump on our vehicles, on the E60s, E90s, unless you've got the efficient dynamics one with electric power steering. So yeah, just make a note of that. Obviously, yeah, it doesn't really make much difference in terms of removing it, but you can still check it out. But yeah, just to make you aware of that. And obviously we've got the new belt here. So here we have obviously the diagram. You can see the alternator next to my thumb, air conditioning, guide, crank, tensioner, water pump, and then the guide. Just make sure you don't have to do it, but I always do it after not doing it and ending up having an absolute headache trying to get everything back on correctly. So obviously, as you can see just down here, we've got the pin, which is pre-loading the tensioner already. So you can pop the belt on without having to use basically a breaker bar to make enough room to pop that on. So what you need to do once the belt's back on and in position, you can then put the breaker bar on the tensioner and then pull the pin out, and that will preload, that will release the preload there. So you can't do it with a breaker bar, but obviously this way is a lot easier, and if you have the pin you may as well use it.
Always go for the difficult ones first.
Yep.
Leave the easy ones.
So try and get to the difficult ones first. Obviously, if you've got big hands, I'm not particularly very good at this, but if you try and get them around the bigger, more difficult pulleys first, and then work your way up to the easiest ones. It's quite hard to see on camera what we're doing, but just feed that around in the correct orientation. Obviously you'll know if you've got it wrong because things won't fit. You'll get loads of slack, for instance. Typical British weather is now tipping with rain. Lovely. Standard life of working on BMWs in the UK. Unless you're fortunate enough to have a workshop.
easiest one to go for.
Okay, slip it onto that guide pulley last, because it has no ribs, so you can then pretty much just slide it on. Once that's on and in position, you can see now that the actual belt is on but loose. So this is where you would make sure everything's on nice and straight. Then you go with your breaker bar, and then you can release that preload. Making sure everything is in line. It looks good so far. Yep, so now he's going to take the load off the preload pin using the breaker bar, and that's clockwise, yeah?
Yep.
And that will be clockwise, and there you go, see the pin has come out. So just pull that out when it's under tension, and then you can then just gently release that breaker. And as you can see now, nice and taut tight. And fingers crossed, that should be sorted. So the best idea now is to, we'll run the engine now. Yes, as we've got everything off, it makes sense. We'll obviously check for any noises, and then obviously we can go from there, but fingers crossed. And there you go, guys. Job's a good one. No more squeaking, chirping. Happy days. So obviously just put the engine cover back on, pop that in, all hooked up, straight back onto the front sort of cover. Just to confirm on this cover, the pipe goes in.
Some people think it goes outside.
Goes inside. This pipe goes inside the acoustic cover.
Yeah,
just to make sure you don't try and put it on the outside, because that won't fit.
You see it just hooks.
And then just hooks down here. And then obviously you got your bolt either side, just over the other side as well. So there you go, guys. There's a auxiliary belt and tensioner replaced on a N47 engine. Obviously, if you like the video, drop a comment, give us a like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. If you've got any questions, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to help. See you later, guys.